All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol Nndm, Nano Dimensions. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we jump into this chart, I just want to quickly announce to every single investor that I have a Twitter account now. The link is down below in the description. And that way you guys can receive notifications that you might miss here on YouTube. To every single investor and viewer, stay tuned till the end because I have a new ticker symbol you won't want to miss. The ticker symbol is a stock that has been falling downwards due to analysis ratings. So stay tuned for that information. It's having a slight pullback and it is a stock that has potential to work its way back up based off of the market and sector that it's in and the potential overall moving forward. So stay tuned for all that information. So Nano Dimensions, what a run. I can imagine how the bulls are feeling. And another thing too, every single investor that took a time to go ahead and comment down below in yesterday's video, I really appreciate that because I mentioned about offerings and everyone stated, well, for the most part, almost every single investor that took the time to write about this stated that Nano Dimensions can't really do an offering anytime soon. So we might see this continue to run. Obviously, it's going to have to cool off at some point, but it's going to have a lot of room to continue to grow without offerings pulling it back. So we're going to see our new resistance and support in just a moment, but I want us to look at ARK Invest, how they're positioning themselves. They didn't do much today, right, from yesterday to today, but the value has gone up tremendously. So let's see here. Nano Dimensions, right, is in 7th place for today. So let's see where it was for the last previous trading day. It was in 9th. So they had 6,614,452 shares. And now they have 6,914,164. So when you look at that difference, it may not seem like a lot, but it's 300,000 shares. 300,000 shares. They are loading up on Nndm. Now, it's finally now in the top 10 since the previous trading day, but it wasn't over 100 million in market value. With the way Nano Dimensions is setting up and ARK Invest believes in Nano Dimensions, I think they've even said 5x, 10x from where it's at. I believe that this could reach in the top 3, top 5, and possibly take over where Tesla's at if Tesla doesn't go to the price targets that a lot of people are probably saying that it could reach again, right? So Nano Dimensions might take over being the number 1 on this list. And the way ARK Invest is treating it is like, hey, we need to keep buying at these numbers before it goes any higher. Let's get in, let's get in, let's get in. So they've been loading up big time. That's for ARKQ. So let's see ARKW. So ARKW on the 22nd, they had 4,077,509 shares at 58 million in market value. Let's see where we are at now. For ARKW, they're at a total amount of 4,107,653 at a 68 million market value. So that was right there a pretty nice jump as well. So they had around 30,000 shares added here, and they added 300,000 shares here. That's a large amount. I mean, they are bullish. I can imagine how the bulls are feeling and every single investor looking on this one moving forward. So Nndm, the 50-day moving average is 1473. I want every single investor to keep that in mind. As long as we're above that, we're in bullish territory. The moment we're below it, we're in bearish territory. Now, I want every single investor to keep in mind this candlestick. I don't like that, right? That's just my personal opinion. That doesn't look like a good sign because at some point it could actually get that volatile and pull down that way. So we want to keep that in mind. And the lowest point was 1322, 1320, give or take. So keep in mind that number moving forward and watching how this reacts. But it held itself up pretty well above the 50-day moving average after that. Now the highest point was 1785 and our support level is 1539. We're currently at 1626. If 1539 gets crossed, we need to watch how this stock reacts between the support and the 50-day moving average, and if the bulls are trying to reappear and bring it back up, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly quickly. We want to watch that closely. And our resistance level here, the first one that the bulls need to break through is 1710. 1710 needs to be broken through, turn into a support, and the bulls need to work their way up to newer highs, new resistance levels, and work deeper into bullish territory, moving further away from the 50-day moving average and working its way up to newer highs and new resistance levels. So 1710 needs to be broken through for this momentum to continue and not have the 50-day moving average catch up to the price. So I want every single investor to keep that in mind. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned till the end because I have a new ticker symbol you won't want to miss and you definitely want to have on your watch list. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is a ticker symbol that has been pulled back and down since earnings date, and also analysis ratings have been reiterated on the downside. So it's being pulled down by analysis ratings, and also since the date of earnings there's been some sell-off. Now that could be some profit taking, uncertainty, or that analysis ratings is having some effect on the stock. That is why this is one to definitely have on your radar and keep on your watch list, because it's a proven and well-known company and it could be a temporary pullback. This ticker symbol is INTC. Once again, the ticker symbol is INTC, and that is Intel Corp. Now, one thing I do want you guys to keep in mind is the fact that it does have room to pull down even more. I'm not saying that this is the bottom, but it's looking like it's holding itself up. So we want to watch this closely. Now, if you're really going to watch this closely moving into the next coming days and weeks, one of the points I will look at is down here at 51, right? From where it currently sits at 55. The next point would be down here at 49. And then I would just look down here at the very bottom, since way back here at 45. Now it hit other lows throughout the year, but I will look at it from 45, 49, 51, and then where we're currently at to kind of just dissect this chart as much as possible to have some type of idea of how it's reacting within these levels. But this is definitely one you want to have on your watch list moving forward, because this could be a temporary pullback. And even if it goes lower, it's going to be a temporary pullback, because if we look at the market cap of this company, it's in the billions, right? And for the price that it is, the average volume is pretty high, you know, and today's volume was not too bad either. So, I mean, there's a lot of movement going on here. And when you look at their net profit, I mean, it's pretty reasonable. They're still with room to grow, and there's just so much potential, and this is a proven company. Now, it took a big hit back here around August and even here in October, once things started to get a little bit more official that they were no longer having their largest account, which was with Apple. Then it brought itself right back up. So I believe this is a temporary pullback, and there's two ways to look at it: either an opportunity or an opportunity to stay away. But usually these temporary pullbacks are opportunities. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any position on Intel Corp or INTC stock, but I am here to enlighten you guys on stocks that are looking like an opportunity due to temporary setbacks, either profit taking after earnings and uncertainty because of the analysis ratings. This could be the bottom here, but I'm not saying it is. It could actually continue to pull down. And then we have our other points to look at: $51, $49, and $45. If it breaks through all of those, but beyond 45, we could see newer lows. But I mean, like I said, that's when you have to reanalyze what's going on. So this is definitely one to keep in mind. And if it consolidates within this area, it could mean that there is no longer a newer low. that was as far as it was going to go. But I said it could mean that. That's why you need to watch this carefully. But at the end of the day, INTC is a well-known company, large market cap, and revenue is coming in every single quarter for this one. I mean, you could just see it. It's been growing every single year. And when you go to quarterly, I mean, it's just phenomenal. They're in the billions of revenue and net income. So very interesting stuff for this to be pulled down like that significantly. And with all the AI and these chip makers and all this opportunity of innovation, INTC is going to get a market share of that regardless. So I could see this having way more room in the upward direction regardless of how low it goes. So something to keep in mind. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.